Hi, I'm Frank Morris. I've heard a quote that says, "Don't meet your heroes," but I certainly would have loved to meet one of mine. His name is Stanley Lieber, known legally and around the world as Stan Lee. Unfortunately, he died in November 2018 after a long battle with pneumonia, but he is one of the most influential and beloved human beings in the world for all of history. Mr. Lee has created such characters as Fantastic Four, the Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, the X-Men, Spider-Man, the Avengers, the Daredevil, Doctor Strange. The list goes on. There are countless characters that Mr. Lee has created since he started working in the comic books media in the 1940s. He has had a positive effect on children and millions of people, including the creation of a foundation called Stan Lee Foundation, which focuses on literacy, education, and the arts. He has Stan Lee's Kids, which is a platform for creative arts for children. He loosened the comic book code so that he could promote social reform in such categories as drug use, and was actually asked by the Department of Education and Health to do a message for them on this topic. And in Spider-Man numbers 96 through 98, he had a scenario where one of Peter Parker's best friends became addicted to prescription drugs. Growing up, I was exposed to many of these characters that I've spoken about. Mr. Lee undoubtedly touched millions of other lives just as he touched mine, and I did not even know it at the time. I was too young to know who Stan Lee was, but yet I came into contact with at least a dozen of the characters that he created to promote a positive role modelship. He even had his own Stan's Soapbox, which was a philanthropic presentation that he would do where he would promote good messages through use of his comic book skills. Some of Stan Lee's accolades include the National Medal of Arts. October 2nd is known as Stan Lee Day, and he is a Disney legend. He has also won a Hugo Award, normally reserved for authors, and he's a member of the Producers Guild of America. Still yet, one of the main messages that can be learned about life itself comes from Stan Lee's life. Before he had created his characters that he's known famously for today, he planned on quitting his job. He was going to give up everything that he had done. The advice came from his wife, and she said, "Do your job the way you want to do it, and then quit." After that, Stan Lee's life is history, and we all remember it. I hope that other people can learn messages from Stan Lee, even if they're not fans of comic books, because he is, as I've said, one of the most influential and positive role models that anybody could ever ask for. Thank you.